What makes mice out of many a man is bottomless. You're gonna notice I'm always on edge. The homies that say, don't even spaz. It wasn't too shabby, but was it your best? Treat that boy just like the jester he is. English on it, perfected the span. I watch most of the message get missed. Mandarin orange, who I answer, who I orange. Everything's justified when you're starving, right? That's fair. Part of keeping your word isn't saying much. Pull up, what's happening? Get the answer for me yet? I said I'm still grappling. Coming to rob you. Hey, running my old raps, wondering where that bread is at. Under that Super Nintendo. Church out the window. We was got guns to our temple. I just recorded an entire intro without pressing the record button. I feel like a grandma right now. Anyways, and we back with another one. Airwave all platforms. Airwave.me on Instagram. How we doing? 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 Hope you're doing great. I'm doing well. Now, you already know what we're here for, man. You know, one of the most requested, most biggest artists within this community that we've closely knitted and cultivated together is Billy Woods. So after the Gollywog one, I tried another album. I forgot what it was called. I do another. And I'm getting requested this duo, Armand Hammer, because that's what he's a part of, right? And I finally listened to them with their new album that dropped this year, Mercy, just dropped about a month or two ago. I absolutely love that album. I was not expecting to be revisiting so many of these songs, but I can't stop. I'm listening to Moonball all the time. I'm listening to California Games, of course. I'm listening to Super Nintendo, of course. I'm listening to Scandinavia all the time. I'm listening to, what's the other one? Dog-Eared. I love Dog-Eared. Stuff like that. Y'all gotta watch that reaction if you haven't. Everyone kept saying on that one, yo, listen to Haram, bro. You gotta listen to Haram now, bro. That's what y'all want. I got you. I mean, I personally am a little nervous because I don't want to ruin this momentum that they just built up within my like my ear. Because what if I don't like Haram and now I'm like, damn, I don't want to go back to them. But that's probably not gonna happen. I'm probably gonna like it. Another album that was highly requested was Navy Blues' new album, The Sword and the Soaring. I reacted to it. A lot of y'all don't know that because you're not subscribed. Subscribe. Yeah, let's get into it, man. I'm excited, bro. Let's get to it, bro. I do not like the cover art. I hate it, actually. It makes me uncomfortable. But maybe that's the point. Haram, Armand Hammer, The Alchemist. First song is titled Sir Benny Miles. That shit sound like an accordion.
Dreams is dangerous, linger like angel dust. Ain't no angels hovering, ain't no saving us, ain't no slaving us. You gonna need a bigger boat, you gonna need a smaller ocean, but here's some more rope.
This shit's about to be fire. This shit is about to be fire. Oh my god, you can't start off like that. This shit's about to be fire. Like, the beat's already out of this world. Dreams is dangerous, linger like angel dust. He said, ain't no saving us, ain't no slaving us. You're gonna need a bigger boat. You don't need a smaller ocean, but here's some more rope.
Like a cactus, madness. Some slowly go, some just vanish. Don't make a promise you can't keep. Don't make a keepsake out of grief. Can't promise anything. It's pills to help you sleep. It's ill, but you're like krill in that cold deep. Alcohol seep out the pores like gills. Air squeeze out the ocean floor. Leviathan swim with open jaw.
I don't know what that shit meant, but when he said, don't make a promise you can't keep, don't make a keepsake out of grief. I feel like that's a commentary on brash decisions out of the pain from losing somebody. I don't know. Let's continue. Uh-oh, a lucid coming?
You need permission to have an issue with me. I'm not privy to the stories you live inside. A home of all history, I just spit the rhyme. No mystery guard, deepest look inside. Thick fog of the channel, rando, pseudo Rambo, bad camo. Armed to a T is a tango. Let the brains blow, ball-headed Kango. Televised game show, strange soul, raw scam. I ate a roll in Shavasana, hopped up, working on my posture. I'm a slapbox Judge Mathis and Judge Wapner. Stuff, crack pot all rocked up, lockstep.
Yo, if you got old folks in your crib and you black, you've probably seen way more episodes of Judge Mathis than Seinfeld or or Friends or whatever. I've seen way more Judge Mathis than I have seen of Seinfeld and Friends, just because of it being on all the time.
Put him on the glass, the number's fine, but his math's bad. Guns and butter for king crab. Claws pinching my skin tag.
I'm hungry.
Holla back, black brass tax double for windbags. Green grass and blue flower. Seaweed snack from Okinawa. 4D facts, don't be a Weisenheimer.
4-leaf facts, don't be a Weisenheimer. Sounds like feedback. Does this transition? It does. I'm gonna let it transition. I'm gonna let it flow. First song though, really good.
Notification falling away from spaces that don't serve. A sacred purge, extracted herbs.
Yeah.
Knew the song but couldn't sing the words. Still up at dawn, shifting forms, new resolve. Guns go off. Smoke and fire, light and sound. My new name colonizers can't pronounce.
Yes.
More. What counts? Kill your landlord, no doubt. Asymmetric, unconventional extremists make meaning. Cream zenith, lead with my left. Beam freedom, world passport, blood bleeding. Sick.
The guitar. Nah, and he's talking on here too. The last song he was talking as well. But I love that the revolutionary verbiages that they use sometimes. He says my new name colonizers can't pronounce, like shit like that. I love that. He said kill your landlord, which I'm pretty sure is like about the same thing, like the people that are taking over. They're making it impossible for us to live in somewhere that we were here first. How we here first? You gonna come over and make it impossible to live here, whether it be financially, whether it be health wise, whether it be whatever. And I just really love hearing niggas get into that Malcolm X bag where it's like, bro, you gotta uprise, you feel me? See, beam freedom, world passport. It's like there's talks about freeing yourself, even if you gotta do some heinous shit to get out of it. Fuck it.
Shut in, signs and wonders. You don't have to be here if you don't want.
Real.
You don't have to.
The guitar, man. This song's amazing. Roaches Don't Fly is amazing. Just off of the sound alone, I love it. So far, I don't know what the theme of the whole album is gonna be, but I just know that this shit, it has talks of uprising against oppressors, and I'm always love music about that. That shit sounds dead, like it's really in my ear. I do not like that. 2 for 2, Black Sunlight featuring Kayana. That's a fire name, Black Sunlight.
Took the haze to church, frankincense and myrrh. The whole thing was a blur. Laughed at first. Niggas politics absurd. I ain't even answer, just let the weed burn. Unconcerned. Spraying perm. Armand Hammer, Hagler and Hearn. Shorted them like Bear Stearns. It's not an aberration, it's how it works. Chuckle at the investigation, niggas is nerds. Cook the books with the bookworms. Oh, word? Iridescent blackness. Is this performative or praxis? Are we talking about practice? Rock the kufi backwards.
Love Allen Iverson, my favorite player from that era.
Iridescent blackness. Is this performative or praxis? Are we talking about practice? Rock the kufi backwards. Magic Negro, Wesley Snipes taxes. Dark inside the Ibex with 2 ratchets. African accents. American names like Dave and Patrick. Game is the game. Just gotta change tactics.
I wonder if he's talking about like when he says the words iridescent blackness, it makes it sound like, because you know with something iridescent, it's got that glow to it, it's got that shine to it, which also plays into the title Black Sunlight. I wonder if he's saying there's different ways to be black, and sometimes it's hard to tell if people are doing it to be performative, to like, you know, get a leg up on someone else, or is it just, you know, a real part of how they are. I wonder if that's what it means. Like rock the kufi backwards, a really black ass performative looking thing, but you know, sometimes people are just like that. Wesley Snipe taxes, I don't know what that means, so if y'all can talk to me about that, let me know. Dark inside the Ibex with 2 ratchets, I don't know what the Ibex is. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but let's continue. So far, I'm just really taken by these sounds, really. Like, these sounds are really amazing. This is hilarious, though. African accents, American names like Dave and Patrick. That shit is so funny. That shit is so funny. There's this thing in, I don't know if it's like in every Caribbean culture, if it's like people in general, but like Jamaicans, like especially the men, They have two names. Actually, Caribbeans in general, because my dad's Trini and he's the same way. They come to America and they just have a whole different like American ass regular name. And I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like they take it from their middle name. I don't know if they just make that shit up, spin a fucking wheel. But that is hilarious because they be having the strongest accents.
Smile, niggas. The trials retinue in my full expression. Stresses. Pressure cooking, then I got your message. Blessing. Honor self, picking pocket, finding joy, blowing off the lid. Hey, with all that binds. We deserve to be about our minds. Black prioritized, cup runneth over what the heart provide. I got five on my shoulder, drawing closer in these darker times. Heart and mind, target guarded eyes, free the captives. Never hold myself to make the song sell.
I ain't never hold myself to make the song sell. A lot of y'all niggas be selling out. A lot of y'all be doing a lot of questionable shit that you wouldn't be doing if it weren't for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Weren't for the attention, weren't for the publicity. I ain't never hold myself to make the song sell. That's fire. But also can play into the talks of before, performative, Africana nature or whatever. Like, are you doing these things? Are you wearing these things? Are you saying these things because you really mean it? Or because you know that there's a audience and a benefit to attain from acting as such. You feel me? So that could be a little duality there. Could be a little duality there. I'm feeling some reggae in this a little bit, in that little part in between.
And I got the promise for my people. And you mad? Because the promise is coming. You understand me?
Okay. I gotta let the transitions happen. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pause to the transitions. Because I love transitions. Last song, another good one.
All I had was the will and the love and the love.
I swore vengeance in the 7th grade. Not on one man, the whole human race.
Damn.
I'm almost done, God paid. I used to cut grass and smile like I meant it. We squatted in the shade when the mowers overheated. Came home stinking of gas in the evening. It wasn't any one thing, it was the sequence. The intoxication of counting cash in secret. The secret hiding places where you keep it intimate. The strip malls, the dealerships, 6 lanes across, shit job at the end of it. I knew what was up once a one, only bring more and more like dead explorers. I put a knee hole in Indiana Jones fedora. For that Somali Torah, we lit up the night like Sodom and Gomorrah. Left out, face forward.
I don't want to disturb your thoughts. I don't want to disturb.
All right. There was a lot going on there. And it's titled Indian Summer. Wow. Because what I'm picking up from it is, like he said something about it was intoxicating from hiding the money, and there's like adrenaline basically within the way he was getting it. I'm not trying to say that he was selling drugs, but it sounds like selling drugs, maybe some shit like that. Excuse me. And then he also kind of played into the facing oppressors, and it kind of makes me think when he says Indian Summer, does he mean like, I don't know how I want to say this. All right, it sounds like in this part, right, he's giving us a very vivid story, and in it he's finding things that kind of mirror what it was like when the Native Americans or Navajo Indians or whatever you want to say were being, you know, ransacked throughout their own place. You feel me? Because that kind of plays into the themes of before, the songs talking about, you know, uprising and songs about you know, saving us, ain't no slaving us. It's like, I wonder when he says Indian Summer, is he talking about that? I'm not sure. People have told me you could have genius pulled up, you could have this, that, and the third. I don't like that because I wanna interpret the art raw, and then I want to see like what stuff really meant, because it just feels more, you know. I like the feeling more. I also like when y'all break stuff down too in the comments, because like I could tell like y'all really care about this music stuff too, and I read all of that shit. I love it.
It's a vibe, right? Jean splice, kettle whistle, quadri, Ismail the missile, sky face wistful. I had a fistful of fucks ground to the gristle. Conditions and stipulation, past the need for affirmation. Griff, dumbfound myth, run wild wind, just past the line. You won't gun down the sun. I done told you again. Stiff neck, give me mine.
I fuck with the song. I gotta re-listen to it. It's harder when I don't have the words up, like, you know, right there. And again, I know I could use Genius, but that's not how I like to do things. So I'm gonna just take that for what it was. I liked it. I love the sound of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to revisit that one. I know I missed a lot from it.
Psychiatry started exploring these methods in the 19th century.
Aubergine?
Condition, fortress and convention, force, swords and entrance, adored, knew there were other senses. This is vision with a vengeance, this is radical ascension. This is one for me, kindred, where you at? The street sky to the east, rise to repeat. Pink cube, light heat, peak synthesis. Star circle my vicinity. If you give and give it willingly. This is cleansing fire code D, purified by the OZ. Fully charged, I'm a sun, I'm a star. I got range, I know just who I are. Weave what he want, and it's still on the one. Cause I wander don't mean that I'm lost. Cause I wonder don't mean that I'm stumped. Bending words to exactly what I want. I've been hunted, I've been shielded.
Cause I wonder doesn't mean that I'm lost. Because I wonder doesn't mean I'm stumped. I like those lines. Just cause I'm looking around and wander don't mean I'm lost. Just cause I'm inquisitive and wonder don't mean that I'm stumped. And those both of those lines mean the same thing, because stumped and lost is like the same thing. And to wander and to wonder are low-key the same thing too. It's just that one is in the physical and the other's in the mental. I like that line a lot. I'm not sure what he's describing though, I can't lie.
I send brothers to the store, I keep son in the cupboard. I'm stubborn, I am my mother's love, measured in eyedroppers, burn rubber from the coppers. The eye doctor left shock. My third eye don't believe me, just watch my chakras. Shots pop in the hills of Caracas. Negroes shoot for the top, always had poor posture. Traps packed with dead lobsters, bottom feeders, toasting grappa. Basic penne alla vodka. You order off the menu, chef handmade me lockers. I don't care, I don't be counting niggas' pockets. Westworld niggas rebooting, recycling the same shooting. Rappers tired, inertia the only thing keep them moving.
Ooh, that's fire. Westworld niggas rebooting, recycling the same shooting show, but it's like the westerns with the cowboys and they're shooting. So he's saying like reruns of it, they're recycling the same shooting. That's fire. Rappers are tired, inertia the only thing keep them moving. Also fire, because inertia is it's about how an object in motion stays in motion. They tired as fuck. The only reason why they moving is because they were moving before. That's tough, man.
Toast coriander and cumin.
You know who? I don't know who.
Crush fragrance, slow circular movements in the garden nation. She let me aid it, I'm only human.
Wanna cruise with me to, only if I have the top bed.
This was cool. This was cool. Not my favorite. Not my favorite, but I love the flows on it. Sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom. Duty was calling. Go to the next song, man. Go to the next song. God's Feet. Not pig's feet, but God's feet. Oh yeah.
Blow that horn fast, we been ready to go. When that horn blasts, the dead is coming home.
Red, brown, black, yellow, white.
Hey, wait a minute. Looking at white is not a color, you know.
White is another color, you know.
Blow that horn fast, we been.
There's some themes of like heaven and getting ready to go to heaven. But I don't know why it's called God's Feet though.
Blow that horn fast, we been ready to go. You having enough air in your lungs. When it's time, you know, you won't have to think. You'll just do. In the blink of an eye, the faithful go where they are made whole. So the story goes. If the dead coming home, prepare a table, make them a pallet, leave your freshest linens. Find the spirit getting lifted, singing murder ballads. Look.
I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like his interpretation of what it would be like to, you know, go through the rapture. When it's the time, you'll know. You don't have to think, you just do. The faithful go where they are made whole. That's facts. Find his spirit to getting lifted, singing murder ballads, looking for a body, the dead is coming home. Like that part, like I don't I don't know. I don't know what he means by that. Unless he's saying that Africa is the heaven in this situation and the rapture is leaving America to go back because the dead is coming home. Like we've been ready to go back. I don't know. I really don't know. It feels like more of an interlude than a song though, so I'll just try to treat it as such in my first listen at least. Alright, this one is titled Pepper Tree.
When they march me down the road, so when them ride me down the road, mahogany with the gold trim, silent except for children crying. They never even knew him. Then trumpets flying, the bearers shining shoes.
This beat sounds like it's backwards. I can hear all the reversing within it. I like it a lot though.
Thinking the wet ground, horns vying, sunrise in the pit line and waiting like a clever lion, mouth gaping. And after they ate chicken, rice, peas, sticky cake, the chillins laughing and playing, forgot they place. Plates and dishes piled and washed as women whisper, men talk circles. Nephew, marijuana, cigars, hidden hearts, a dark road carved, the blackness stretched like tar. Dogs beg for scraps at the edge of the heart, but there's something else out there in the dark.
It sounds like it's representing Jamaica more than anything. He's talking about bent backed over Ray and Nephew. That's some Jamaican shit. Do y'all really know Ray and Nephew? Do my viewers know what that is? Let me show you Ray and Nephew if y'all don't. This junk right here, boy. This junk right here is damn near a family member if you're Jamaican. This is like a cousin. Nah, fuck that. This is like an uncle. Alright? Ray and Nephew is like an entire family member. You see this motherfucker at every cookout, every graduation, every birthday, even every funeral. You will see Mr. Ray and Nephew himself. That's Uncle Ray Ray, if anything. Let's continue though. My Jamaicans know.
Out there where you are, something else out there. When them bring me up the road, so when them take me up the road, so pepper tree wave over me tombstone.
See, he just said pepper tree wave over my tombstone. I told you, that should be at funerals too. You'll be grieving, but you'll be grieving with a little bit of a buzz in your shit. You feel me? He said it himself. You know, that's how you could tell he's really from that place. That's how you know he's Jamaican for real. He's even in his own funeral depiction. He's like, gotta have the Ray and Nephew. Anyways, I like this song. I wasn't sure what this was, but it sounds like he's describing his own funeral, maybe like how he would want it to be. He wants it to be back in his home country, because I think someone told me that he is Jamaican, and or at least his family is, and he has these really vivid depictions of the kids playing, plates and dishes piled and washed, woman whispering, the men talking in circles because that's what they be doing when they drunk off the Ray and Nephew, marijuana in the air, dogs beg for the scraps at the edge of the hearth. I don't know what a hearth is, but there be a lot of dogs that be just roaming around in Jamaica. My grandma be telling me about that. They keep them outside, all floor, fireplace. Okay, really vivid imagery, and I like that a lot. The more of the trumpets, they never knew him. Then trumpets flying, mahogany with the gold trim. So I guess he's talking about his coffin, marching me down the road. So meaning they're all the pallbearers are marching me. He's gonna be in a mahogany coffin with gold trim. You know, it's so weird because just the other day, I actually kind of think about this a lot. Like how I would want my funeral to be, which is like crazy and it's dark, and I know it's like, Nishan, don't think about that. No, whatever, right? At my Thanksgiving dinner with my family, and we talk about death so much that it kind of it's always become like a second nature kind of conversation for me. So during the dinner, I kind of zoned out, and my mom asked me, "What's she thinking about?" I just told her, "Nah, I'm not gonna say it. It's dark." I was thinking about how I would want like my funeral arranged, like if I were to have one. Like I also thought of a video idea of songs I would want to, play, which I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna make that, not yet at least, because that's really dark and there's power in the tongue. But there are some songs that I know I would want in there. So people might see this as a really weird thing for him to do, you know, depicting his own funeral in the song, which it is. It is weird. It is dark. It's somber in a way, but he's not even talking about it in a sad way. He's talking about it in a very, you know, really celebratory, communicative way where everyone's kind of finding a reason to be in the motherland, you know, and it's beautiful. There's a lot of good songs about people thinking about that, like Shadow Man by Saba, no, Shadow Man by No Name featuring Saba and Smino. They all do a good job on that song. So, and also it kind of ties into the last song too about, you know, moving from one place to the other, you know, ascending. So he probably was literally talking about death in his last song, and this time he kind of fuses it with the thing that I thought, like, theoretically that maybe he's talking about leaving from America, going back to your mother country. So physical and in a spiritual way, he went back home to heaven and to Jamaica. All right, this one is titled Scaffolds.
Always late with the epiphanies, like Mike could have handled that differently. At least admit you had your hand in the misery. It's no mystery, no mystery. Group therapy, I poured the kerosene in group, watched the fire leap. A shred of truth.
He starts his songs off so strongly that you could already talk about so much within his first few lines. Like, it's short songs, it's short, you know, moments, but there's so much meaning within it so quickly. It's crazy.
Sheep, the bones picked clean. Heir apparent, I inherited a bloodstained throne for a seat. I can't afford not to believe in things unseen, but belief always been dangerous to me.
I can't afford not to believe in things unseen, but belief always been dangerous to me. That is too relatable. That is too relatable. So many people have definitely felt these things. Like, I have nothing else keeping me here but to believe in something that I cannot prove or see. But hope, believing in something, it's a scary thing. It feels dangerous, you know? It can lead to expectations that aren't met in the time and the way that you expected them to be met. And that effect can be very, very costly to somebody.
Script read like Cameron skit. Something wrong with motherfuckers, I don't know what it is. And my brothers keep a nigga, I got my own shit. Excuse me, I got excuses, I got excuses. The crowd want blood, the firing squad, black and face cupids. It's always two sides to the story. The gory details is online, feel like Maury. And my brothers keep a nigga, I got my own shit. Excuse me, I got excuses, I got excuses.
Free fall, limbs flailing in the blackness. 100 hands slap, pardon self, sinkhole blast landed. Earth mover, new gold standard. Armand Hammer broke exotic on grand piano. Melting candelabras, clocks blink midnight. No invite, who's the loudest? You haven't mashed the meter, so you must respect it. As it pertains to how
I don't be knowing, like, when I thought Billy Woods was hard to understand. I thought his shit was already difficult to get, but this elusive dude, he's a whole different ball game.
a city stiff, both liniment and the 22 under Miss Bunch's pillow. She read the room and spit snuff. Bought 13 babies and outlived all but 2. I love to talk with fools, I hate circling the drain and repeating myself unless I'm barring on the stage. The price done doubled, the ice pebbled, the mint muddled, a vision, receiving all I signal out. There's a part beyond me, plus chaos.
I don't know what specifically is going on with his shit for real, but I'm gonna let it be what it is. I'm gonna say what I do like though. I like this line right here as it pertains to how I freak it. A, don't ask me no questions. I believe in black secrecy. Don't ask me no questions how I you know what I mean. But I believe in black secrecy, right? And then when he said, I don't like repeating myself unless I'm barred on stage. I love to talk with fools. I hate circling the drain and repeating myself unless I'm barred on the stage. I don't know what that means, circling the drain. Does that mean like beating around the bush or something like that? And that kind of goes into repeating yourself. I don't like repeating myself. I don't like beating around the bush. Unless I'm barred on stage, unless I'm like making the music or whatever. I fuck with the beginning part with Billy Woods too. Sound like he was talking about like crabs in a barrel mentality. It's been way more musically accessible than a lot of his other ones, but also so much content that it's hard to pick out specifically. But sonically, I've gotten used to how they sound so much that I just like what I'm hearing like as songs, you know. It's kind of similar to the problem people have been having with non-lyrical rappers or mumble rappers or whatever. However you want to talk about that. To me, it's a really dated issue, but They say a little and it's not much of anything, but these guys say a lot, and it can be a lot of things that they're talking about with them saying a lot. But some other times, I don't know what they're talking about, and I still like it now. Before I didn't like it at first. Now I could be lost and still just enjoy it for the sound and the way that they rap. But that's just me though. Falling Out the Sky featuring Earl Sweatshirt. I love when I'm in the house alone because I can do shit like that. If I want more Earl content, there is one project that I've been saving for this channel because I didn't listen to it. I skipped over it when it first came out. If you want me to react to it, you know what I'm saying? Just type in Earl in the comments, or just type in more Earl content in the comments. And also watch my reaction to his album he dropped this year, Live Laugh Love. I reacted to that. It's one of my favorite reactions I ever did. I loved that reaction. Please watch that one if you haven't. Love that reaction.
On me before they close the door. I be with nobody who knows what's going on inside. My father body swollen behind my eyes. I ain't cried for him in time to return solar. We on the ride forward. The reverse not working. Sometimes we collide. The black sky full of supernovas and stars that die. No lie, I'm still rooting for us. 2 puss in the sword. Rhymes for us. The conjoining.
What's up with all these plant bars lately? Everybody keeps doing all these plant bars. I just called it out from what's his name? What's that dude's name? Ransom. I just called it out on Ransom's album. And the album before that was Saba's album, and Saba also had this plant ass bar too. And it was the same type of thing too. Rooting. It was the word root and soil. So that's interesting. That's 3 albums within the span of like a week or two that all have that same scheme. That's crazy.
For you, you know the vibes. Today I got time for it. Run Forest. 5 on me like I'm Bob Horry for the tribe slime. Mamba mentality stars falling out of the sky. Slide.
Mamba mentality stars falling out of the sky. Because Kobe Bryant was a star and the helicopter fell out the... That's kind of dark. I'm not gonna hold you. It's kind of dark, but I get it though.
Woke up on the West Coast for the first time in my life. Drove cross country, but I remember those flights. Genuflected when I heard the weed price. White boys with the weed pipes. Sunny days, sunny nights, mighty clouds and northern lights. I was always bright, so no sooner than we touched down, I'm seeing how we could get home and be right. It's hard to live in the moment, but I guess I had a gift. Hawaiian so potent, zoning off bong rips. I painted.
It's hard to live in the moment, but I guess I had a gift. Present. The present gift. When you're living in the moment, you're living in the present. That's fire.
Painted houses all summer, they pay by the shift. My boss was an enterprising white kid. Eagle-eyed, everything you did. Shit gig, but I didn't quit. MJG and 8 ball spitting out the whip. Spliffs with Keith at the tip. It felt sleepy at night, but I like that. Felt like you could relax, like you could disappear. Like I wasn't surrounded by the past. Months passed and we going back, and in the back of my mind, the plan already hatched.
Zap, baby powder, homie sock if you fell asleep first. Pummel body, la-di-da. Batteries added, vicious cycle. Hurt people. Days of summer carefree, haven't found an equal. We all know the Isleys before the Beatles. Red moon over the rec room in direction of discovery. Idle time wondering. Thumbing 70s ebony mags, dripping red icy on the pages. Learn to swim in the pool where a boy drowned last year. Wax in my ear, I heard voices I couldn't make out in the deep end. When I dipped my head under, come again. Birds stuck to my socks, pinch every few steps on the way to the graveyard. Old man crops, he's head at my foot locker.
That was a lot of detail, a lot of vivid imagery. This is really good. I can't lie. This one is really good. I really enjoy Earl's part a lot, of course. She dropped the load on me before they closed the door. I be with nobody who knows what's going on inside. My father's body swollen behind my eyes. I ain't cried for him in time. The return soldier, we on the ride forward. The reverse not working. Sometimes we collide, the black sky full of supernovas and stars that die. No lie, I'm still rooting for us, 2 foot in the soil. You know, there's a lot of poetic lines here that can mean many things, but it feels like when he goes from saying my father's body swollen behind my eyes, I ain't cried for him in time. it sounds like he was kind of stuffing that down after seeing what he saw, which probably like, you know, seeing him at a funeral or whatever. I didn't cry there. I felt everything like at this moment right now. But I'll see him again. So we ride it forward, we move on, and going back's not gonna work type of thing. And he's using these words that are very like intergalactic coded, like supernovas, stars that died, you know, can join us to the cosmic, rhymes forward that can join us to the cosmic, like saying that basically the things he's writing kind of connects him through the universe, I think, to his father, because his father was a poet. So in a way, that's one of the most beautiful ways to probably mourn, is by doing the thing that your father did and that you've also developed a passion for, and how it connects you guys, you know, even beyond the grave, you know, on a universal level. And that's beautiful. And then to kind of connect that with Kobe, my mentality, stars falling out the sky. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy when you think about it. Because as we know, Kobe was a father who passed, falling out the sky with his daughter. It goes from that to Billy Woods and Elucid both vividly detailing like their past as kids. It sounds like, as young folks. I'll definitely be listening to this a lot, and I like the production. It sounds really reggae inspired again. I'm not going cap. It sounds like a real slow reggae beat. Yeah, let's go to the next song. Wishing Bad. Featuring Amani and Curly Castro.
Voices in the ventilation flow different. Foucault call, collect sound like long distance. The jack keep clipping and clipping. The rack keep clicking and clicking. Can't speak freely, so we both just listen.
When he said clipping, I could have sworn I heard the beat clip as well as he said that. I could have sworn I heard that. See, yeah, that's fire.
Can't speak freely, so we both just listen. Bad wishing, you don't have to do a thing. The machine grind till it glisten. Keep time till it's finished. Up late sipping, I reread old kites, faint pencil, handwritten. Relive those nights, chest tight. I'm tripping. Used to be they bail you out for the lynching. Now it's Chinese boxes, you disappear. I died way before I waited. Stow away in the back of the car.
Yeah, I was knocked out way before I weighed in. That's boxing verbiage.
Biggie blade, all the clocks, Brooklyn when cold, the night that manifests. No one on church had made it sound until it came correct. A pound of flesh was needed to scale when time to pay respect. Fuck Puff, survivor's remorse should keep them fucked up. Riding out on a war horse, leave dummies dumbstruck. I prefer Jag and L Boogie when unplugged. Baptist warlord sent sharp, we all are one blood.
Now, when he says F Puff survivor's remorse should keep him effed up, is he referring to all the people surrounding him that have passed away? And how suspicious it is that every time somebody like gets in close contact with him, they just suddenly mysteriously have this weird thing that happens, and they just is that what he's talking about?
All in the feeling like a maelstrom. Smoke the number off the scale and get a nails done. I got bail money trickers, it snow as it hell. Who want rock with the real one? No ducking, no deal done. Don't try to play me, baby. Sometimes you tell the truth, they think you crazy. Lately I've been on some ill shit. I feel you, but you gotta chill, sis. I'm probably giving you a beat, but I think you still. Krill smoke off out in the east, mad dog spill. But little niggas raise your tongue. What's up with the what's up? Y'all play tough and pay for a thumb in the butt. She tell me enough, living it up, dimming the dust. Tracks pull from the back, wide loop, pass through, crude intimate tattoo. Is you daft or is you dumb? If you ask and here it come, this is yours for now. Soft and round, they come from miles around, beaming down, they say the joke.
Like, nah, bro, that was too much. But the guest features on here were not bad at all. Billy Woods wasn't bad either. I don't see myself going back to the song like that. It's too long and there's too much going on, especially at the end. All right, this one is titled Chicharrones or something like that, featuring Quelle Chris. They work with Quelle Chris a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Let's hear it. It sounds like intro music to a FD Signifier video essay.
Boss, I just work here. I'm not the boss. I never bought in, so when it go left, it's no loss. No loss. When they look back in history, make sure I'm absolved. Make sure got caught with the hog leg, but you gotta kill the cop in your head, the office in your mind, red-handed. The shit you're on that.
You gotta kill the cop in your head, the office is in your mind. You said niggas say they hate the cops until it's time to use force. I think this is a commentary on how we don't hold the same expectations to ourselves that we do for the police, which I think is fair. The cops try to solve everything with violence, and then sometimes we have that same kind of approach to handling our conflicts, and that's not how it should be. That's real. That's real.
Was chili and lime.
If you off the pig, is you offering pigs or offering figs? Oh, you big and bad, blowing hay and sticks, huffing bricks, clip the snout, spike the mouth, right the lips, put it on the spit, pig roast. Who got jokes? Fryers for the skin, close. We let be alone, be the new FUBU. We ain't bros. Wake up like that, hollering at HBCUs. Shoo-wee, seems they oh, you big and bad. Shoo-wee.
All right, that was there's a lot of conceptual things going on with that one that I could appreciate and respect. You know, oh, you big and bad, oh, you blowing hay and blowing sticks, you know, the big bad wolf and the three little piggies. Pigs on the spit, you know, pig roast, you know, I get it. It's cool. It sonically just doesn't sound like a great song to me. I'm just not really here for it as a song, but maybe if that was like a short film or maybe or even a music video, then I could connect with it a little bit more for my palate. But conceptually I like it. Squeegee.
My favorite mystery, sensitivity, synesthete, familiar energy, centered needs when winners lean, shaped by the cream, lang lang, rubber knees, that's gang gang, our pancakes were buckwheat, my bonnet pink, that's upkeep, I frustrate, I tuck face, I can't crease, I hold weight, 3/5 water more than one way, he swing left, the sun blink, come play, concrete crumb cake, some stay, some wait. You should go the fuck home. Waving east, check the pedigree. Nowhere that necessary. It is because I said it be. Let me breathe. If it's better, leave. As it is, imagine in the chasm slims. I pass.
If it's a better leave. That piano's beautiful, but this is still creepy.
Fondo burnt his chest a little bit. Felt good, but felt better when he dipped. Took the long route, something in the stomach pit. Sick, thinking what if someone follow him to the crib? Probably not, but still. From the head fish rot, he squat by the windowsill. The whores go back and forth. The landlady bill come under the door. He can hear him carrying on through the floor. They getting wet in the hall, smell like the morgue.
Squeegee's that's not for me either. Not my favorite. Love the beat, don't like that hook. I can't.
For what we've done to this world.
I'm so appreciative of these transitions though. Robert Moses.
This time we left the pedestals empty like Bamyan. Fitted the Bentley with the car bomb, bend the knee. Rap the team.
Fitted the Bentley with the car bomb is crazy.
Iwo Jima, Christ the Redeemer, more life. Mike outside the arena, the rucker. Jimmy and Cam running out they sneakers, seat gutter. La Liga, Willie Mays winded his back, frozen in freezing. Project shadows deepen. Rusting home plate plaque. Lock the meteorite in a black box. RIP murals, but also fuck the ops. Dead men tower over city block.
The duality of man. RIP murals, but it's fuck the ops though.
Smiling forever, what's clever? Joseph Stalin styling on him, who better? King Crimson out the guillotine, you must not got the newsletter. It's a new day, man has no property in man, the dead have no say.
It's a new day. Man has no property. Man has no property in man, and the dead have no say. We're gonna finally stop following the rules of people who don't even exist anymore. That's a big conversation that was going on within social media. At one point, I was talking about like how are we still trying to follow the rules of a time that does not exist. There needs to be adjustments. There needs to be things put in place to properly accommodate the time that we are in now, instead of trying to hold on to something that does not work for present just because it worked in the past. Robert Moses, I like that a lot. It's short, it's sweet to the point. It has its content, of course, but most importantly, it just all sounds nice, in my opinion, at least. All right, this next track is the last track, Stone Fruit.
I don't wanna lose control, but I can't cramp my space to grow. Comfort stubborn gets us through. I got so much left to undo. I don't wanna lose control, but I can't cramp my space to grow. Comfort stubborn gets us through. I got so much left to undo. Us dissolves, stills was true.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't know if I'm gonna ever like a Lucid singing like this. I'm not gonna lie.
Beyond men, I walk through doors.
He sounds like an anime character to me.
My name's on no list. Change is not for sure a slow shift.
True.
Ties, the tides are rising. Got too high diving. I lied when I really came in on a cyclone. Disciple, scribe the scroll with my eyes closed. Knives thrown, black Congo.
Also sounds like some real strong Jamaican shit as well, though.
Blowing smoke, slapping congas. There I go, there I go.
She dreamed of the sex. She finished on top and howled in the crook of my neck. She dragged the bones home and built a bed. She drank rosé out the skull, but held it gentle as my living head.
What was that last one? What was going on, man? This is very, very different than Mercy. This is very, very different than Super Nintendo. As much as I was thrown off by certain things, and especially that last part of the album, what I do love talking about every single time, y'all know me, is the concept. You feel me? And I feel like this had a really cool one with it being titled Haram, and we know how pork is haram, and you know they're not with that shit, right? So it feels like they're kind of in that same vein, in that same mindset, right? We are not with that shit. We're uprising, we're revolting, and I feel like it could get kind of misconstrued as you thinking like pigs is only like state troopers and regular old police officers, but I feel like it's more of just the systemic oppression within, you know, any place that's colonized, not just America, but like even the thing on Indian Summer where it sounds like it's referencing like the Trail of Tears or something like that. You feel me? Like that is really, really cool. And I can't stress enough how much I love when rappers talk like that. And you know, there's levels of like darkness to it, of course, because of the nature of it. When you're, you know, fighting against an oppressor, there's gonna be, you know, a dark element to it. But there's also a beauty in wanting freedom so bad and in prioritizing how things should be rather than how they are. I like that a lot, and it goes along with the cover art too, which is really, really grim, really nasty looking. It's kind of like his music. It's hard to look at, but but there's a meaning there. You feel me? So I really enjoy that. What are my favorite songs though? That's my question. What are my favorite songs? Let's see. I love the intro. Roaches Don't Fly, one of my favorites for sure. Black Sunlight, Indian Summer, God's Feet. I like God's Feet not really because of the song itself, like not saying it was a bad song, but because of how it leads into Pepper Tree. It just goes together so perfectly to me. And Pepper Tree is one of my favorites because I have a lot of imagination when it comes to what he's talking about. course, I love Falling Out the Sky featuring Earl Sweatshirt. I think Earl has one of the best verses on here again. And then Robert Moses was another one of my favorites. So yeah, good tracks, man. Good tracks. This is not something that I would put in the same vein as Mercy. I think Mercy is like way better because it's just more, it's more of my ear. So it's what I gravitate to more. But the Alchemist set two completely different landscapes very, very well within the production. That's really impressive to do, because he's someone who's been around for a long time, and he has a really identifiable sound that doesn't sound too complicated at the same time. So it's like, how do you keep differentiating each project that you work on for all of this time and it still sound like it's a your type of beat? I don't know how he does it, but he does it really well. Good listen. Thank you for recommending it. If you have any other recommendations, please let me know. Yeah, this is a good album, man. Good album. Not my favorite, but definitely not a bad listen at all. So yeah, please like, please comment, please subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.